Okay, look. I also think it's pretty cool that Kishimoto, the director of Sonic Frontiers and is part of Sega and Sonic Team, has been responding to people on Twitter about their feedback for Sonic Frontiers or for the next Sonic game in general. It's a pretty cool thing that he responds and actually was reading stuff and taking stuff in. And yeah, it was pretty cool when he first started responding to people, especially the Infinite person on Twitter that gave like a nice list of changes for Sonic Frontiers, including like the final boss changes. And Kishimoto replied and he thought it was a great idea and was talking about implementing some of that stuff into Sonic Frontiers. And a lot of people saw that. I even made a video about it, and the video was, pretty decently well received, and a lot of people were like, yo, let's go Kishimoto, yeah, feedback. But now it's starting to get out of hand a little bit. So I'm going to give you guys examples of appropriate feedback and not appropriate feedback. So the best example is probably that Infinite person who listed out a bunch of stuff. That's cool and all, but that's not all it takes in order to be an appropriate response to Kishimoto or prompt. You need to be aware of things that have already been said by other people by just being aware or thinking and using common sense that maybe someone already asked for this, so let me not add to the pile of people asking for this same thing over and over. Hundreds and thousands of people giving him long tweet threads of what to add into the next Sonic game or what to change for Sonic Frontiers or making every single character in the Sonic franchise playable is not gonna be helpful whatsoever. It's gonna be actually overwhelming. And a lot of you guys have so many different ideas and different responses, so it's just gonna be too much. I think the initial feedback wave is pretty much over. The last great feedback thing I've seen and that I've seen Kishimoto respond to was a nice Google document in Japanese that was put together and that was very detailed and had pictures and whatnot. And Kishimoto actually said, I read it carefully, that's excellent. This report is full of suggestions for the next game following Sonic Frontiers. I felt like I was shown a book of secrets. I think it must have been very difficult to put together such a study. I appreciate it, and I will return this in the next work. I thought it was cool and all, and I can't really go through this thing because I can't speak Japanese or read it, but I looked through it and it looked like there was a lot of information and there was a lot of pictures. But yeah, I would say that after that, let's chill out on Kishimoto feedback because he's being overwhelmed and people are sending him meme requests like this or tagging him in weird things. Let's not overwhelm the man. And inappropriate feedback is, I would say, just giving out random fan requests and weird fan requests like make Sonic and Amy canon or all this kind of stuff. Like this is not the place, or no one cares. Or, yo, can we get Espio and Charmy playable in Sonic Frontiers 2? Oh man, I want to play as Ray. Like what? That stuff like that hurts my brain. I can't get words out. A lot of people, especially on Twitter, do not know how to read the room and realize when a fan request is too fan requesty and a little just illogical. Like you need to think to yourself, how much logic and how much sense does this make to ask another person? So this is a quick video, but all I'm saying is, guys, let's just chill out on pestering Kishimoto. It's like when you ask your mom to buy you the game from EB Games or GameStop like 10 million times. She keeps telling you no, or just ignores you and is like, yes, I'll add it, or I'll get you the game, but you just keep asking, keep pestering, when are we gonna get the game, when are we gonna get the game? But some of you guys are like adults pestering a grown man on Twitter to add things in the next Sonic game. I will say this though, at least when it comes to the next big Sonic game, I think it's less of an issue because that's further away. But people just combining their thoughts and their wants for Sonic Frontiers updates is a little unrealistic to the point where it's getting out of hand. So if you want to ask and suggest stuff, I would say if you're gonna do it anyways, at least just make it for Frontiers 2 or just the next Sonic game, because that makes way more sense. But I don't know, I just thought it was silly and people are getting a little out of hand, and those are my thoughts. Just chill out, guys. I mean, this is a very niche video and it's only talking to a very small group of people, but just chill out. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, I'll see you in the next one.
Well, whatever happens, happens.